everyone, and welcome back to Bingothon Summer 2022. We'd like to thank Team 17 for sponsoring this event, and you may find the link to donate to Doctors Without Borders right below the stream. Also, during this intermission, we've had a $50 donation from Cutty saying, "Good luck, BOTW runners." And this donation puts us over the $1,000 total donation limit. So, good job, everybody.
Let's go. Let's get some celebration from everyone in comms. $1,000. That's big.
That is super hype.
All
That is
right.
pretty wild. That is a lot of money.
That is a lot of
Marvelous.
money.
Marvelous stuff. Thank you very much for everyone's generosity to bring us to this marvelous point. Crikey. We've got a long way to go, though. We've got a lot of marathon left. So, coming up now, we have the grand finale of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Bingo. Take it away.
Thank you. Yes, this is our grand finals match. We've had a 2v2 lockout tournament for the past month and a half or so. Today I'm joined on comms with Bings and Swiffy.
Hello, everybody.
Everyone.
So the grand finals match is going to be between Team Oomfies on the left in green with Applefreezer and SrTapir, and on the right they'll be going up against Goblins, PancakeTurtle, and Sloop. So we are in the 5-minute routing phase right now. So both teams will have 5 minutes to look at the board, figure out what they want to do, and then we'll start. So we can reveal the board on stream whenever. While the players look it over, we can talk about what a crazy day it's been for Breath of the Wild. A lot of stuff has happened today.
I made a tweet about it earlier. Let me check my list again. Hold on a second. Okay, so 80% world record was done today by Korox. It got a 2410. We have the new item duplication glitch, which is going to completely change the start of Hundo. We had our first All Shrines run by Orcrist that used the new unbuffered Rakazanzo tech. I had a big announcement for Gold Rush, and now we're here at Grand Finals for Breath of the Wild. So yeah, that's been our day today.
Yeah. But now that we got the board revealed, let's take a quick look at it. We got 3 minutes left in the routing time-ish. So it's a pretty interesting board. We got some fun combat goals like kill a Lino without an ancient arrow. We also have...
I see visit the edge of the world here.
Yes.
That's a very different goal now that BLSS has taken over Bingo. I expect to see one of the runners on each team make a dash for that, because that's one of the earlier ones that you could do at any time.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of side quest goals. We got 11 side quests and 14 side quests, so you kind of get a lot of bang for your buck there. Going for those, and on top of that, there's the Fireflies light side quest, and Misko the Great Bandit, which both of those quests are very common to do when going for like an 11 side quest or a 14 side quest goal. So there's a lot of side quests that we'll probably see here. Our 25 difficulty goal is From the Ground Up, which is Terrytown side quest. So that will be fun to see if that comes down to the 25th goal or not. And we also have obtain 20 bomb arrows and 1 divine beast main quest. So we'll most likely see someone do Meadow. Since those goals kind of synergize very well together.
Noticing we have 11 side quests again. Curious how far we'll get in before that's done again.
Yeah.
Last time I was on commentary, it was one of the last squares on the board.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to avoid it very long, considering how side quest heavy this board is. Something that's kind of unique about this board is that camera is completely optional. I'm trying to see if there's anything I missed.
Yeah, I was looking over for that too.
take a selfie with Cass.
Oh, take a selfie with
Yeah.
Cass. Okay, not completely optional. That's super
Almost.
rare. I think I've seen it like one time where camera was actually optional.
Yeah.
But this is we are about 30 seconds out from starting. So this is going to be an exciting match. This whole tournament has been just a complete blast to watch. And I can't wait to see. Both these teams are just super high level, very fast, have a lot of background knowledge, both from speedrunning and bingo in particular. We're going to see some really fun routing, hopefully some good snipes. So I'm quite excited.
I'm very interested to see how they choose to do the Miroshaz Shrine.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, that one's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll remember how many hits you need for the second room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think the last time that was on a board, someone actually clipped in to get the second chest, and they didn't even do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a decent option. You can easily spend all day trying to.
Yeah, that's so true. An interesting, slightly different start from Sloop. Sloop like instantly dropped down and didn't get the Knight's Bow. He actually went for the Traveler's Bow when he got his arrows, which is pretty unique. You know, there's usually like one or two goals that like you can do right off of plateau or even on plateau sometimes, and there's not really a lot of those on this board. I guess like maybe obtain a purple rupee might be the first goal. That
purple rupee seems to be the only thing they can do right on plateau.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good for grand finals though, because it's not like either team can rush some quick goals right off the gate. It's going to take a little bit more in-depth planning.
Yeah.
And it looks like PancakeTurtle is going to be the first one off of plateau, starting his BLSS. For those of you that haven't seen this glitch before, this is a BLSS, which stands for Bow Lift Smuggle Slide. I'm not really super knowledgeable of the particulars, so Swiffy, do you want to explain it?
Well, honestly, I'm not too certain on it either. Basically, the step-up animation is funny, and it likes to make us laugh by getting us stuck in the air, and then we can use the collision from the bomb to slide around.
Yeah, so
Pancake's going for that edge of the world, and I think he'll get there first.
He had quite a bit of a head start. I think the wind is pushing. I think the wind is pushing him. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So there is an edge to the map in this game, and when you touch the very edge of the map, you get a message on the screen that says you can't go any further. But there is also a really strong crosswind, like in this area that PancakeTurtle is at. But he just got it.
There we go.
So Tapir, it seems, has rushed the castle.
He's probably going for any Royal Guards. Any Royal Guard equipment.
There it is.
Yeah. So you got the any % sword, or the old any % sword, I should say. And Applefreezer is rushing towards Ridgeland Tower. Maybe he's going to do Ridgeland Shrines? It seems a little early to do Shrines, but...
Well, there's only 3 of them. You could do that fairly quickly, especially if you start it right away. Like you said, there aren't a lot of fast goals here. We've got some real long ones with Terrytown.
Oh, right. Yeah, gliding minigame.
Oh, yeah.
It could take a while depending on how prepared you are for it.
Don't you need 20 rupees, though? Is this a purple rupee? Oh, it is.
It's the purple rupee.
Oh, very nice.
Very good routing. Very good. So he gets his purple rupee, and then he goes and does the gliding minigame, which needs 20 rupees to pay, right?
Something like that. I think it is 20.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Sloop is going for some early resources. He went to Mount Satori to get some durians, so he's not going to have to worry about food for the good first chunk of the bingo here. Food routing is pretty important. Every time you do a wind bomb, that's 1 heart. And a lot of these runners are so fast they don't want to waste time collecting resources, and there's kind of a curve. Like as you get faster, the more often you'll be low on food because you don't want to stop to pick it up.
Looks like Sloop is also heading towards the minigame right now. A little bit too far behind Apple here.
He's gonna get sniped on this one. Did Sloop get rupees? I didn't even notice.
Oh, he's getting the tower. I see. Just looking over the board, is that one?
No, the only tower is
first.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting that he decided to do that. The only towers on the board are Wasteland and Gerudo, which I think Pancake might be going for.
I was quickly trying to look over, but it does look like it's just Wasteland and Gerudo.
Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah. I think that's the only ones. So.
No, those have to be activated by the same team member, right?
Correct.
You can't split those between?
No, you cannot split any goals between two people.
You're right.
New goal, 10,000 meters in the gliding minigame. That'd be an interesting one.
Okay, so it looks like Tapir just grabbed some bomb arrows while he was here in Castle. I'm not sure how many he's gotten already. I did see one open chest, so he has at least 5.
Oh, Pancake going for a wind bomb in the shrine and ended up taking a death.
There's also some smart routing. Castle's a good source of bomb arrows. So you're there for the Royal Guards equipment. He's now warping to Cryo. I wonder if he's going for the EX chest behind it. Get 5 more bomb arrows there.
I was thinking that as well. There is actually a couple of good places on Plat to get bomb arrows. Or I know at least the EX chest, and then there's another one on the surrounding wall.
And then there's the 5 bomb arrows next to the beehive.
Yeah.
Underneath stasis.
Tapir's got his bomb arrows. Oomfies out to a real good lead here.
Yeah, this is a strong start from them. You know, it's kind of funny. We said there's not that many short goals, but then we just saw 5 get marked in the first 6 minutes. So
well, these guys are fast.
Yeah, they are.
That's very true.
Some of them might not be short goals.
I would expect to see Tapir go for kill a Lionel without ancient arrows since he has the gear to do it.
Right, the bomb arrows he can spend.
Right, and he also has some nice swords too if he wants to get in close. So it looks like he's wind bombing to Coliseum right now.
Yeah, I think you called it.
And it looks like Sloop is starting on Wasteland Koroks. Is it Wasteland or wait? Oh, it's Gerudo Koroks, I think. So that's in the Gerudo Highlands, the snowy area.
Yeah, there
are a couple
on
the edge. Yeah, I'm assuming that counted as a Gerudo one, but I don't actually know. Let me see.
Which one? Which one was it?
Double check.
Okay, yeah, I think that counts. It's the one kind of near. Was it a gold ring Korok? Did you see it, Bings?
Yeah, I think that one is just barely in range.
Yeah, I think it is.
If I'm remembering right.
The gold ring that's also next to one that you can activate in that crack? Because I remember for those two, one of them is actually in each region, despite how close they are to each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one that was.
So if he did one of them, then that is probably why.
Oh, it was a pebble, according to MB.
It was a pebble, okay.
Which I don't think is actually a Gerudo Korok. I think he picked up a Wasteland Korok there, so.
Okay, so we'll have to double check his Korok count on those.
Yes.
Very nice Lionel slaying from Tapir.
Yeah, that was really fast. Really strong start from Oomfies. You know, every goal is worth the same amount of points, so the early game goals make a huge difference in terms of the amount of time investment. Something like from the ground up takes, an hour to do, roughly. Wow,
see Apple grabbing the diamond in this shrine, maybe going for the 2,000 rupees.
Yep.
Already has the 50, or I guess it's 30 now, from the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Small head start.
It's not bad. I mean, if you get the diamond from Mount Satori, he's already over halfway there. If he gets lucky with some more patches.
The Misko Bandit side quest here.
Mm.
Now, did he already talk to the NPC
I think he.
for this, or is he?
I think he BLSS straight here.
Right. That's
You
a
have,
goal that
you have to
synergizes
open...
well with the 2,000 rupees because you do get some. Oh, he doesn't go for the flame blade in there.
What's the trigger for that quest to like complete it? Do you have to open a particular chest?
Any chest that's in there will complete the quest once you talk to the NPCs.
Gotcha.
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. This is like the last one I commentated. First 10 minutes, only about 6 squares on the board already done. That's super impressive.
And I think Sloop just got the second tower that he needs. Or is this the first one? I thought he got... Maybe he needs to get the Wasteland Tower still. He just got Gerudo Tower. Yeah, it looks like he's BLSSing to Wasteland now. We see Tapir at Moglaton, which is a very popular shrine to get in Bingo because it's really high up and there's a lot of resources at Mount Satori.
Mm-hmm. One shrine from 5 regions. That one's pretty hard to track. I'm wondering if that's...
but you can prove it on the map easily enough, I guess.
Wow! Yay!
I totally missed that goal. 1 shrine from 5 regions. That would explain why we saw Pancake going for that 1 shrine early on.
Yeah, I was curious why he was there, but that would make sense if that was part of the plan.
So my guess is it's Tapir's working on that goal for Oomfies, and oh my gosh, Pancake just died to a horse.
Oh no!
Oh
no way!
Oh
what
no!
What did you get in the horse for here? Oh no, with
the side quest.
Side quest? Yeah.
Which side quest? Oh, 14 side quests. Yes. That makes sense.
That was crazy though. Like that horse just absolutely destroyed him. He was like midair too.
Well, actually, since we've got both an 11 side quests and a 14 side quests square, the 11 side quests are almost worth 2 points.
Yeah, that's a strong goal to go for.
Interestingly, both Apple and Tapir are doing shrines. Is Moglaton originally shrined?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Double check the map here.
Kind of like right on the edge of Central.
Yes, it is Ridgeland.
Okay, so then Tapir is probably going for 3 Ridgeland shrines then, and Apple's going for 5 shrines, or 1 shrine from 5 regions.
Mm.
Pancake selling some ores to Beetle. I think he's trying to see how much he can scrap together.
Yeah, he's still quite a ways away though.
Yeah, he is. It was like 700 and change. But he will get a little bit from this quest.
I think with this quest, they want you to pay them, right? So.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I guess it's still a net positive though, right? How much is it? Like 100?
Yeah, I think so.
And you get the sapphire from it, so.
Apple getting more rupees. He's got to be getting close to that 2,000.
Always very interesting to me how hard it is to quickly get rupees in this game, because it seems like a common thing you see in like some extension categories is getting like 3,000 to start the from the ground up side quests, and pretty much the best options are all RNG.
Yeah, they're like kind of spread out too, which is, it's like you'd think it'd be easier to go and just get a bunch of rupees really fast, but there really isn't like a succinct way of doing it.
Yeah, game designers really rewarding exploration, which is what everyone loves about this game.
Yeah.
Curious to see who's gonna be the one that ends up on Eventide later.
Oh, I'm very curious to see who ends up on Eventide. TLoZ has run the Eventide No Major Glitches IL recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was him.
It's true.
But also,
this version is allowing smuggling, I believe, right?
yes. So I will expect them to smuggle. I think, did Apple forget to blow up the blocks at the top of the shrine? I think he just launched.
Going for the MSR strat where you can actually fit.
Oh, in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But you need to have a pretty tight timing on when to blow.
Yeah, it's more tricky than it looks. Well, he was determined. There he goes.
Third tries the charm.
I'm not sure if he has any bomb arrows to blow that up, so that was probably his only option other than the casual strat.
Ooh, Fear taking a rough fall here. Yeah.
Oh.
No amount of healing would have helped with that one.
Dang.
Do we have a brief donation for a moment? A brief moment for a donation.
Always.
Wonderful stuff, because we've got a big old $100 from 31PNMR, who says, support Doctors Without Borders and Bingothon. I could not agree more. It's a fantastic charity, and we are more than happy to be supporting them. Thank you very much, and take it away.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Yes, shout out to Jason. He's been our restreamer for the majority of this tournament event, and also co-organizer. Also, shout outs to MB. This tournament and this grand finals wouldn't have happened without either of them.
And there is a second donation that I definitely saw the first time around from Zedney3Nick, who gives $50 and says, "Good luck, sleepy gamers."
Thank you, Sean.
Describes all of us.
Thank you very much, Sean.
That does describe all of us, I think. But TLoZ gets his third Ridgeland Shrine, and I think this is Apple's last shrine for one shrine from 5 regions. This one has a pretty tricky wind bomb to kind of weave your way through the shrine.
One of the last remaining uses of the backflip wind bomb in runs. When wind bombs were first discovered, this backflip setup was what everybody was doing. And then we all slowly shifted towards the front hop versions. But there's a few shrines like this one where a backflip gives you just the right angle to get to the end quickly.
Yeah, backflips have a pretty nice blend of lower angle and higher speed. So if you need something that's consistent, that's not going to make you bounce off the ceiling, it's a nice thing to use.
For sure. It's fun to see Pancake and Sloop just both
3 BLSSs on the screen right now.
Like synchronized BLSSing. It's the next category in the Olympics.
So one thing Pancake's going to want to watch out for as he's going south here is ingredients for seafood paella. Particularly the blue shell snail and porgies are abundant in that region. You also need butter, salt, and rice. It's an interesting recipe requiring 5 items from areas all over the game.
Yeah. Definitely one of the more complex recipes. There's not too many bingo recipes that require 5 ingredients. There's I think only like 2 or 3 of them. TLoZ is going for open all chests and mirror chests. Gets the first try. That's the easy one.
Chests.
Yes.
One right there, which you better open. And then there's one hidden behind the cage that's optional behind the monk here. And that one is particularly challenging. We'll see if he goes for a clip or if he's going to try to sink the ball.
I always forget just how much, like, how big this shrine is.
Yeah, it's kind of windy, huh? They needed a lot of space.
For sure.
Oh,
All
he's
right,
going
let's
for
see.
it.
Going for it. I wonder if he's practiced this.
Oh, I think he
Oh,
does
that
know.
looks-
I
that
remember
looks
the
good.
one-handed hit.
Oh, he
Yep,
knows
that's
it.
it.
Well done.
Very well done. First try. Commanding lead, 8-3. They I'd say this is about the halfway point now. I mean, we're 11 out of 25 goals, so just under halfway. And
Sean
at this
makes a good
point,
in the chat about the seafood paella. You can get it as part of a quest in Lorelin where you only need 2 of those 5 ingredients, which is butter and the snail. So that would probably be the more efficient way to go for that.
oh, really? That's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah, that's
We do
the
that side quest.
what's for dinner side quest, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah.
that's the reward.
Yeah,
Right.
no, for that one, all you need is the snail, so it clears out a side quest, and it is less materials. Just wanted to point out Apple, just more excellent routing for Apple, just clearing out the 2,000 rupee square, getting both the 500 from Torin, and also selling Sapphire and Topaz that he picked up earlier.
So now, if you're Apple and Tapir, you're probably just wondering, like, okay, what do we need to win? Like, what's our last 4 goals that we can definitely secure without getting sniped? That's
Yeah,
the best.
at this point, they could go for some of the longer goals and probably still have it pretty safe, knowing
Yeah.
that the other team is likely not going for those.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say this looks like a very difficult Korok to attempt for
Sloop, yeah.
with a normal bow and no bomb arrows, and
Yeah.
you give up on that because I think you could end up wasting all your arrows on it.
Yeah.
And there's Pancake with the seafood paella.
I'm glad.
On this quest.
I'm glad you know how to pronounce that, because I wasn't entirely sure. So I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to say it. You know, Pancake is pretty close to eventide right now. I wonder if we'll see him go for it. Nope, he's gonna warp
Nope.
Yep, I got my hopes up. That's what happens.
He did activate the warp though, so he may decide to come back there for eventide.
True.
Let's see what Tapir's cooking up. So we're headed over to the giant horse.
You know, it's a little surprising that we haven't seen this sooner. This is a fairly easy goal to do. I mean, you obviously need the stamina food, but
yeah,
you actually, or so I'm told. I haven't done this myself, but I have been told that it's possible to tame the giant horse on a single wheel of stamina.
I think, I think I might have seen it. I think I've seen it in this tournament. Or like it was basically one wheel. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You just have to mash like crazy. Definitely not a safe strat by any means.
Yeah. I wonder how reasonable it is to do with one stamina upgrade, because that does seem like a very quick option.
Yeah. I think if you wanted to rush this goal, you could get the green mushrooms near the old man's hut and make just like a poor man's stam food.
Yeah.
And probably get it pretty consistently.
See, so we got Tapir taming the giant horse. What is Pancake up to again? Are we at Moglaton again? Or
I think so, yeah.
It always comes back to this shrine.
It's crazy how strong it is in Bingo. It's a consistent homestay, I feel like. Now, especially with BLSS. because it's high up, you can reach so many parts of the map with the height that it gives you, and it's like just a convenient warp point that's center-ish, right? I mean, it's not, you know, dead center of the map, but it's pretty close.
The central focus of the old dungeons run in some routes at least, and Hundo as well.
Oh, he's picking up some silent princesses. Pancake is for the white-dyed Hellion hood.
White materials.
Yeah.
There's actually been so few like Hateno camera related goals that this hasn't been marked off, but there is a lot of side quests in CAC in Hateno. So we'll probably see Pancake start really going hard on the quests. I mean, he has like I think 4 right now, if I'm counting correctly. He did Misko. Did he end up getting the horse side quest? I'm not sure. I think he did. I'm assuming he did. And then he did What's for Dinner, and I think he might have done Lover's Pond as well.
Yeah, I saw him do that one. So if he's able to get the ones done in Kakariko on top of the ones that he has, he'll both get those side quests and also buy Firefly's Light.
I see Apple just got the Hylian hood, so we potentially got a race between them for dyeing the Hylian hood white. Oh, but Apple's...
I think Apple's going to win it.
Materials. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize he'd picked some up already.
I'm assuming he just got all silent princesses. Sure. Yeah, this is a big snipe, actually.
Yeah. Hoping Pancake will be able to realize in time and rush back to Kakariko.
Yeah. Hopefully he just notices right away.
Well, it's still good to be in Hateno for the selfie with Cass for additional side quests, and you're also pretty close to Eventide, so I'm guessing that's where Apple will want to go next.
He might? Did he talk? Did anyone talk to Impa? I haven't really been watching Apple. I don't think he did.
I didn't notice if he talked to Impa yet.
It looks like Pancake is.
What's about to happen now?
Yeah, Pancake's going to talk to Apple, but I don't think... Pancake's going to talk to Apple. Pancake's going to talk to Impa. But Apple hasn't yet, so he can't get camera. But considering there's only one goal related to camera, I'm not sure if it's worth the investment at this point for Oomfies when they could just go for kind of longer goals that will guarantee him the win.
That makes sense. Trying to figure out what Apple's going for here. He's activated the warp.
Oh, and Fireflies, yeah.
Oh, is Apple headed towards Eventide now?
Maybe.
Can't quite tell.
Not really sure where else he would be headed.
He could be going up... No, he's got... I'm not sure.
Maybe he did talk to Impa?
Up there for...
Camera?
But there'd be no reason to go up there.
Yeah.
Blue Flame. I was thinking he might be going up there for the torch, but he's already got a torch.
He must be just going up for a good spot to BLSS from. That's gotta be it. Tapir naming his horse Oomfies. That was a weird jump Apple just had trying to one bomb there. He didn't get the forward hop, but he did get like forward momentum. It was weird.
Sloop going for 15 Akala Koroks. That's the only reason I can see to be heading this way.
Well, he just passed by one, so...
And I suppose there's from the ground up, but they can't be thinking about that at this point.
Yeah, that is not a square to look at on this board.
Yeah, that's definitely a, oh, there's nothing left, I guess we're doing it kind of goal.
That's the one where you do a blackout and you're like, oh, I'm just going to get a different board.
Yeah. We got a little bit of downtime here. We're kind of in the mid-game lull, so if... now, I think now would be a good time to remind everyone that it's a good time to donate. Doctors Without Borders is a great cause, so get those donations in. Breath of the Wild's a big game, so there's often downtime, so we have plenty of time to read donations. So get those in. There's some great
to...
incentives and stuff. No, you're good. Tapir
is
going to
over to
Eventide.
Eventide.
Yes,
it's finally excited about that.
Finally time.
Well, if there is some downtime, I do have a couple of donations here.
Please.
We have a $5 donation from Just Call Me MB, who says, just $5 enters you to win a mug. $5 train, anyone? Eh?
Choo-choo?
Choo-choo? Question mark? We have a $35 donation from ADN that says, Bongoers rise up, ooh-woo.
True.
And we have a $50 donation from Crazy AZ saying, thank you to Bingothon and all the amazing organizers and runners who made this Breath of the Wild bingo tournament possible. Thank you all for these donations. It's going for a great cause, and it's a very decent run, so please do keep donating, and remember that $5 train, you might win a great mug.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Ein paar Jährchen mehr hab ich wohl auf dem Buckel.
So,
what language is Apple in?
That sounds like
German? Yeah. See, Apple is in fact going for the Akala
You mean
getting
Sloop?
a little?
You mean Sloop?
Yeah, Sloop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Apple looks like decided to go for Impa. We'll probably get sniped by Pancake on that one.
Ooh, Tapir's going for the IL strats. A little risky.
Oh, really?
A little risky.
Ooh.
I like it though. I'm a big fan.
He's got the hearts. He's being safe about it.
It's just, if you mess this ball launch up when you launch it with a bomb, it can go out of bounds and he would have to reload. But I think that was a pretty good launch. That's right next to the island, right? It's only maybe one cryo block away.
He does have a lot of practice at it, having been running NMG Eventide ILs for a while.
And he probably appreciates being able to just win bomb over, which is nice. Oh, did he get the Kobe? Oh my gosh, that was so close. Look at that. How'd that not roll in? He deserved that.
Damned.
That was right on the line. That was crazy. This will put him at 12 though, and he's not being contested at all. So it really will just kind of come down to them getting one more goal to secure it. I was not expecting such an impressive showing from them in terms of the scoreline. They had such a strong early game.
Yeah, this game was really all about the routing, I think. Both teams had great execution, but Oomfies really picked the right goals.
Mm-hmm. Tapir went for the fast strat with the first ball, but he's taking it nice and safe on the second one here. There is a strat where you can run straight up the mountain, but it's incredibly frustrating to slide down the hill and have the ball roll all the way down.
Mules has the expert opinion on that.
It's incredibly frustrating, is putting it lightly, to be honest. It's insane. But this strat, that ball rolled in. I was gonna say, like, even going the safe way can be kind of sketchy sometimes. You can get comboed by the Bokos and the Choo Choo at the top there, but he gets there. He gets it in safely and off to the third ball, which is very free. You can actually land on this. Interesting. He goes for an arrow shot. There's a way to land on that, and if you fall off the backside, you won't aggro any of the Bokos or anything nearby.
I had forgotten about this side quest that Pancake is going for. So taking a selfie with Cass and also getting this treasure chest for the side quest.
You do have to listen to a lengthy Cass song to get the side
quest. Is he going to have enough stamina? Okay, yes he is. I couldn't see that rock down there.
Cutting it close, though. Good Eventide by Tapir. Oof. So Apple's gonna see the take his selfie with Cass get marked off as he's getting the camera rune, which he's probably a little upset about getting sniped right as he gets the camera, but he will still be able to Yeah, those are the worst snipes when you're like locked in a cutscene.
Yeah.
Like, great. Now I just have to sit here. But it's still okay though, because you could use it for by Firefly's Light side quest, so it's not technically all lost. He could rush that one, but that would require him to do a few other quests. That's locked behind the Great Fairy Fountain main quest and one other side quest in CAC. What is it? Is it the Cuckoos?
I believe it's
Okay.
Do hope to see. I didn't see. Is Pancake headed back to Kakariko now?
I would assume so.
I'm not sure what his side quest count is right now. Hopefully he is close enough to hit that 14. If he is, this could be a quick 4 squares between both, because Sloop is also about to finish up a Kala Korok.
That cast chest that he just got, that counts as a side quest, right?
if he listened to the cast song, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming he did that, he has like at least 5, if I am counting correctly. But the Great Fairy Fountain counts as a main quest, so
Yeah.
it just is kind of unfortunate that it's a prerequisite to Firefly's Light side quest.
So Tapir's heading over to Rito Village. The only thing over there would be Meadow, but that's a very safe goal to go for, because at this point there's no way Mind Goblins can be attempting a Divine Beast.
Mm-hmm.
So that would lock it up for their team.
Yeah, I think it's smart to have like one person go for a longer goal and then another person go for kind of like a more risky like snipe potential goal, because if say Apple gets, the Firefly's Light side quest, or we'll say 11 side quests, and he gets sniped, it's not the end of the world, because you have that kind of security of Tapir going for one of the longer goals in your back pocket. So
Yeah.
Right. At this point, Mind Goblins' only path to victory would be to snipe every quest.
yeah, exactly. They need 6 consecutive snipes. Well, 7, I guess.
Yeah, Sloop would have to rush to do the Woodland Koroks immediately after this, and then yeah, that would be a tough one.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wouldn't actually want to rush Woodland Koroks. He would probably want to rush Meadow, but that would be kind of hard to predict. He would have to predict that Tapir would be going for Meadow right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He would just have to kind of bank on guessing that they're not going to go for it.
I would expect to, just knowing the runners, Pancake and Sloop being high-level hundo runners, that Oomfies would want to just leave the Korok roles to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of like Lockout Bingo, is knowing your opponent, right? And knowing their tendencies and their strengths, right?
Right.
Like if you're playing with a high level any percent runner, you're just gonna go ahead and assume they're gonna be doing Dark Beast Ganon relatively early on, While if you're playing against a hundo runner, you can kind of assume they're gonna be going for Korok goals like more frequently than most.
Oh, Sloop got eaten by that Guardian. Stalker way out on the shores there.
Yeah, that one is always pretty pesky. Trying to get that Korok.
To give a bit of context to this tournament, Oomfies are in the winner's side, while Pancake and Sloop are from the loser's side. So, if Apple and Tapir can secure the win by getting one more goal, they will officially be crowned champions of the Breath of the Wild Bingo Bash tournament. If Pancake and Sloop were to get 7 consecutive snipes and win this game, the bracket would be reset, and one more match would be played to determine who would win. That's kind of why the estimate is 3 hours for this, is because there was the potential that 2 games would be needed to determine the winner. Oh, you seen this Cucko? Is this
going on here?
Can he pick it up?
Happening.
I think he needs to bomb it or something to get it off of there.
This is wild.
It's just
This is insane. Wow. I can't take my eyes off this.
Pancake may be able to come back from
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we No, it's
This is
Oh
okay.
my
Okay,
gosh,
there we
that
go.
was
got it.
that was wild. I didn't like. It was crazy that the chicken just stayed there perfectly too. Like I guess the AI was like nowhere to go. I guess I'll just stand still. That was insane. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so that's why the estimate was 3 hours, was because there is a potential to have 2 matches played here. So, we might watch a rematch for fun after this one, since our time estimate is nowhere close to being accurate right now. If we were to end it after this match, plus I had 2 boards ready, so we'll get to see the second board. The second board, spoilers, doesn't have Eventide, but that's okay. Probably for the best.
I'm sure there's some fun stuff on it.
There are. There's some solid goals. You know, that cucko shenanigans that Apple had might actually give Pancake a chance here to catch up. I mean, he's really shuffling these guys, but Apple's already collecting his fireflies. Ooh, slips in though. That's actually big.
Yeah,
that scared him all away.
You need to know how to get them back. Hopefully he does. The way to force those guys to respawn is to warp. So you'd want to warp up to the nearby shrine. Oh, he's got... Are these fake ones? Oh,
yeah, these are fake ones, except for that one. You can sometimes find random spawns up closer to the fairy fountain, but
yeah,
it's kind of dangerous to rely on RNG spawns. The Pier is had a really clean attack on Meadow there.
Already knows how to go for these fireflies. He's gliding in from above. Oh.
Missed that one.
I think he still needs one more, but they are still plenty around.
Okay.
One more.
Oh, that guy's gonna scare them away. He's jogging by.
That one didn't hear it though. He needs this one.
Oh no!
Pancake,
no. No, Pancake.
Okay, but he knows to warp. Okay.
Apple.
He's going for the RNG spawns? Oh wait, did he take his picture already? No, he didn't.
He's got to take his picture.
Okay, Pancake already took his picture. What is he doing? He's scoping in, not cameraing. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the camera. Never mind. I thought he was scoping. I'm
probably looking for the quest marker. I don't know if he already got the quest though.
Yeah, maybe he's confused about.
Yeah, I think so.
The quest marker, which
it's
won't
not a big deal though, right?
He talks to Pikango.
Yeah, I mean, all those pictures will probably work.
Yeah, those are all fine pictures.
It's very, very lenient.
Oh, Pancake is going to snipe him on this.
His first picture wouldn't have worked? Oh, I thought it was like any as long as like any part of the fairy fountain was in it.
First picture. Oh, okay.
Ah, I see.
Well, that's why Apple's got his teammate TLoZ, who is making short work of Meadow. TLoZ, of course, being a very high-level runner of multiple categories that involve divine beasts. He'll have no problem here.
Unless the ESC has something to say. Pull through anyway.
Third time's the charm.
Okay, we see Pancake going for this side quest here. He's got to be getting pretty close, at least to the 11 one.
I don't think Breath of the Wild Bingo has ever been in a massive event like GDQ. I don't think there's not that much bingo in GDQs.
I know they have randomizer, but I don't.
Yeah, they
think
do
I've seen
randomizer
bingo.
Yeah, which Breath of the Wild does have. Actually, has 2 randomizers now. They both got released kind of around the same time. With different, they have kind of slightly different takes on randomizer. So we might see randomizer. Whoa, what is Tapir's bow doing? That was really
interesting.
weird. Yeah, right.
What did I miss?
Tapir was like
it
was like pointing straight up, but he shot
weird.
straight. Yeah, I think it had to do with like how close he was to the ceiling.
Oh yeah, maybe so. See, Apple also headed over to Rito Village. Maybe some insurance on Meadow. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what he would go for at this point.
Yeah.
Gotta give credit where credit's due, though. I mean, Mind Goblins are kind of poised to make it a close scoreline, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if Sloop finishes 15 Woodland Koroks before Tapir finishes 1 Divine Beast main quest, and Pancake finishes 11 and 14 side quests, it would actually be it'd be a 13-11 scoreline.
Apple doing wood farming from the ground up just in case.
Makes sense.
Case, yeah. Because for all they know, they could get sniped on Meadow at any point.
Yeah. That is one of the benefits of spectating a bingo is a lockout is you have all the information, right? You're the omnipotent god while all the other players are mostly in the dark. I mean, they can have somewhat of a sense, right? Because say, if you're Apple and you see that Pancake marked off Firefly's light side quest, you know where he is, like at that exact moment, and he's not going for Meadow. But you haven't seen Sloop mark off a goal in a little bit, so he could easily be going for Meadow, right? And you can kind of tell based off of how much time there's been since the last time someone marked off a goal. You can kind of guess what they're working on.
I think we see Tapir here about to close this out.
Yep.
Just has to talk and get the main quest completed.
Right, so timing will end for him on talking to Kennelly and getting that main quest text. Pancake looking to finish his last 3 side quests, which one of them is getting the maracas. But this is going to end it.
There it is. GG.
GG.
And getting the Great Eagle Bow for good measure. Oh, bomb arrows.
What a match. That was very fast.
Yeah, that was incredibly fast.
45 or 47 minutes. That's below average for this tournament. I'd say the average time was around an hour for most matches, I'd say. But the routing from Apple and Tapir was very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So normally we do interviews after the match, but we also have a lot of time to fill. So I'm not really sure if we should do interviews now and then maybe do kind of the for fun match after this to fill the rest of our estimate.
I think that makes sense. While it's still fresh in their heads.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Whilst you get those runners in which case we do have another donation.
Sounds good.
From DVG Fluke, we have $50, who says, "Let's go, Oomfies. Tapir is goated." I think that's pretty accurate. Alright.
Welcome in. GG's.
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 Congratulations to Tapir, Apple. You guys are officially crowned the 2v2 Lockout Bingo Bash champions. You're the best 2v2 Lockout players in the world, officially. Guinness Book of World Records and everything.
You know, Apple I have actually never lost a match together, even last year.
Yo.
Undefeated champs.
Undefeated.
Have you guys ever lost a bingo in like, a casual bingo together? Like you two?
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say like you've lost a match, right? Like that seems impressive.
Yeah, super impressive routing, and especially at the start. Highlight for me was seeing Apple going for both the purple rupee and the flight minigame, both at the same time at the start.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I was thinking about.
That was a
Because
solid.
there's a little bit of money, and that's perfect lined up.
Yeah, right. You only need 20 rupees, and you get the 50 for the purple rupee for the goal. It worked out amazingly well. It was a little scary though. Wind bombing up to that tower can be a little sketchy with all the water and stuff. Tapir, you had a great eventide. Amazing ball launch.
Thank you.
What'd you guys think of the board in general? All of you.
In the beginning, I was very confused where to start because there were a lot of fast goals. Like,
really? That's funny. Because we said there was. Yeah.
Rupee, like flight minigame, Thane arrows, royal guards equipment. Those can all be done like quite same amount of time. Around.
Yeah. We were talking about how it's interesting that there were some fast goals, but they weren't as close to plateau as usual. I feel like a lot of the times there's like a couple goals, maybe even on plat, and then like right off it, like like next to like kill a Wizrobe or something like that. But I guess now with BLSS and all the movement tech, goals like visit the edge of the world are just as close as a lot of other short goals.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing everyone like scatter from plateau like as soon as it started, because normally you'll see like a handful that can be done just like right then and there. But not for this one.
Tapir, how many times have you practiced that Miroshaz shot? That was very impressive. First try.
First try.
First time I practiced that.
That's the first time you've
That
ever
was the
tried.
first time.
Yeah.
No
Did
way.
Did you have intuition on that one-handed hit, or have you seen that before?
I had a feeling that there's something similar. It's like what I do, because I knew 6 never works because I've tried this shrine like casually and I never figured it out. But then speedrunning brain is like
that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's super impressive.
That's amazing.
That's insane.
Oh, also mini games doing the golf mini game, because you have to like sometimes hit the golf ball like once or twice.
Mm.
Oh, you can do that here. Yeah.
I feel like that shrine should be an honorary minigame.
No.
Sloop, Pancake, what are your guys' thoughts on the board?
I think the board was alright. We just got sniped out of too many early game goals. And then we, after getting sniped on too many early game goals, we focused too hard on the late game goals.
I think the side quest, like I saw you were
on side quests and like Koroks and slow stuff like that, and then because we got sniped on all the early game goals, it ended up not mattering.
Yeah, like there is some pivotal snipes too that I imagine were pretty heartbreaking.
I think it was 7-1 at some point.
Yeah.
Because we just couldn't get any early game goals. We got sniped out of all of them.
Yeah, and then getting sniped on like white dyed Hylian Hood, I imagine was pretty rough, especially because you just bought it.
It was
like
close,
it was pretty close because I think you had all your Silent Princesses, right, Pancake?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he bought the hood and then like you dyed it.
It would have been a lot closer because we were ahead on side quests.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I think Apple and I would have raced from the ground up, honestly.
Yeah, because I already had kind of a lot of money, so and a new side quest I couldn't like get more than Pancake faster, since you already had like Misco, and then you did Found the Coop and Great Fairy Fountain thing, and also the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Speaking of Flown the Coop, what was up with that cuckoo there, Apple?
It's just was on that pack thing, and that was like, what? I can't grab it from there. It was too high up, so I couldn't grab it. So I had to get on that frog statue thing to
which has like a pixel of collision that you can stand on. Apparently, that was crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes. That was wild.
That was definitely a first for me.
Yeah,
I could have probably hit the Kuko actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's what like Swift Your Bang said. Like you should bomb it or
like,
something. Yeah, it's hard. It's easy to see those in retrospect, right? Well, we do have we're about halfway, almost exactly through our time estimate. So we do have another board. If you guys want to put on a bit of a show, if that's cool with you guys, I think it will kind of work out perfectly because this board went really fast, as you can see. It was 47 minutes, and our average is around an hour, maybe an hour and a half if it goes to goal 25. So, you guys want to hop back into Team VCs, and I'll load up this board, and we can have a fun exhibition match?
Sure. I can do one more. Sure, one's alright.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sweet. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys in a little bit. I'll load up this board. And yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. Seat is loaded up. Our board is loaded up. If we have any donations, now would be a good time. And if there aren't any donations, now is a good time to tell everyone that you should donate. Doctors Without Borders is a great cause. We have a lot of fun prizes. Donate $5 and you have a chance of winning an amazing Bingothon mug and a variety of other prizes while we get this bonus game set up.
Oh, they're just going to be a minute. TLoZ says that Apple did a hard save, so he's going to have to reload to his backup.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but like you said, we are currently collecting money for Doctors Without Borders, and they are an organization that offers medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. Their frontline workers, including doctors, nurses, and logisticians, are often among the first on the scene when people's lives are upended by conflict, disease outbreak, and other disasters. So it's definitely all going for a great cause. And also, as was mentioned, you also can win some fabulous prizes, like some mugs for $5 if you donate. You get entered into a raffle for those. Team 17, who have graciously sponsored the event, have donated quite a bunch of game packs, which are Couch Co-op, Metroidvania, Roguelike, Speedrun, and Strategy. $25 will get you into the raffle for those. We have a physical bingo game, because apparently that also exists in a non-digital format. You can also win that for $15. And we have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes as a digital copy for $35, and then Team 17's grand prize for a whopping $50. So do keep donating. Oh, and we also have the Mario Strikers Battle League digital copy for also $50. So do keep donating. It's all going for a great cause, and you might just win something.
All right, we are going to be revealing our board shortly here. This board, I've seen it already, so I've been a bit spoiled. I double checked the boards and made some very minor tweaks to them to make sure that we had a good showcase of goal variety. It's pretty interesting. I'm excited for this board. There it is. I feel like this board's a little bit more of a traditional early game that we'd see, like with any Stalfos arm equipment item, Kill a Blue High Nox, any Mighty Meal.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Oh, and kill an ice type Wizrobe as well. In classic runner fashion, they love the board. All the runners always love the boards. There's never any any distaste for boards.
3 Hot Springs, that's a fun one.
I'm just looking at activate.
Cannon is a classic for. I believe all our runners here are very good any percent runners, except Pancake does not run any percent.
Just looking at activate 10 towers, wondering if Tapir is going to give us an all towers run.
How many towers are there again in total? 15?
13.
Oh, 13. I thought
is it 15?
10 is most of them.
You're probably right. I thought it was 15, but maybe it is 13. It's interesting that since it's 4 and 10 towers, like even if somebody snipes like another player getting to 4, it's like it doesn't even matter because
those are significantly.
They're significantly like the gap is huge, and the towers they would be going for are probably different. Like the all towers world record route, while obviously is the fastest way to get all the towers, there might be a variation of that route that's slightly different to get 10 as fast as possible, which the Great Plateau Tower counts. I guess that's something we never really talked about is the bingo file. All players are starting from a bingo file, which is a specific way of setting up your file, so that way you complete the Great Plateau, 4 shrines, and get the paraglider, and then you save, and that's kind of like a pristine file that everyone starts from. So they have 4 shrines, and they have the Great Plateau Tower, which all those count towards goals. So while it says activate 10 towers, all the players have started with 1 tower activated. So,
and yeah, you both were right. It is 15 towers. I don't know where I got 13 from. Probably thinking of the number of memories, because I think that's.
Yeah, that's 13. There is a couple of camera goals. We got 15 equipment in Compendium, 5 monsters in Compendium. Is that it for camera goals?
Those camera goals will synergize with obtaining a material from Dinral, since you need to talk to Impa for both of those.
True.
I did just notice activate 4 towers is also on here, so that would be pretty much 2 squares if you go for that, but that's also going to be a bit more of a lengthy goal.
Yeah. I think the early game will be pretty exciting to see, because there are quite a few early game goals you can rush like in quick succession.
Mm-hmm.
Like buy from Beetle in 3 locations you can do very quickly.
Are there gold ring Koroks pretty close by? Is that something that's
there's a chain, kind of. There's a chain of gold ring Koroks in Farron that you can do, and then there's a chain of gold ring Koroks you can do kind of near the Thunder Plateau in Ridgeland.
Yeah, that's around where I was thinking, because I can think of at least 3 around that area.
Yeah. So if you know where they are, you can kind of draw up a route in your mind or on a Korok map, and do it pretty quickly. But you have to make sure you have enough food.
Really well for that.
You have to know your Korok, and you have to make sure you have enough food, because every single one, like you're going to be spending 1 wind bomb to do the gold ring Korok, and then another one to travel, at least 1 more wind bomb to travel to the next one. So it is kind of a food intensive goal.
10 pinwheel balloons seems like a later, harder goal given all the arrows.
If you like route in specific balloon, like pinwheel balloon Koroks that you can do with just bombs, but those are kind of few and far between.
Yeah,
you need to make sure you have enough arrows and enough bow durability. That's another thing to worry about with that goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of these.
That, King's Diary and Dark Beast synergize well if you're taking the old any percent route, the really old one.
Really old, yes.
There's a lot of these where it's like you can go and get like 2 squares if you start it pretty quickly, but it's like then you're going to be locked out from doing something else.
Yeah.
Because I'm also looking at like the compendium ones, because you have equipment and monsters there. But if you spend time getting camera, that's going to take away from something else you could be doing.
Sapphire Circlet. What is required for an upgrade there? It looks like 2 Sapphire, 3 Flint.
Yes.
That's not trivial to get.
I would expect that one to be one of the last ones if it's gotten at all, because you also need to get Gerudo clothes to even get into the town.
True, yeah. Even getting in there is an ordeal.
Yeah, I think that was probably why all the players love the board so much. I think that's one of the most loved goals, in quotes. I think, for a long time, the starts of bingos were so varied. But I feel like everyone's kind of, I mean, even like Sloop has a slightly different opener, but nowadays I feel like we see a lot of the same kind of openers. It seems like all the top runners have kind of settled on a similar route for the first kind of minute of a bingo, unless there's a specific goal that kind of takes them off the beaten path.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember, like, back a long time ago, seeing people get these fire and ice arrows, and I feel like now when I watch bingos, it's like that's not something that's as common as it used to be.
Is
that
Star Fragment that Sloop has on screen?
Yeah.
I guess his time of day must start just soon after. That's a question I have, actually. Is there any regulation on time of day for bingo files?
At the beginning of this tournament, at the very beginning of this tournament, the answer to that question was no. But I recently changed that rule, like for the last 3 matches of the tournament, basically. So now everyone needs to start between 5:15 and like 7:15 a.m.
That makes sense. Because that Stolfo's arm would, or I suppose any sort of stall-related
goal
would give you a significant advantage if you have a night file.
Man, Sloop completed Washout for the Flower Shrine quest so fast, I didn't even see him get there.
Yeah, I was really curious who was going to snipe that one first.
I blinked and he completed that goal. That was insanely fast.
Yeah, Apple happened to notice it just in time to not drop the BLSS to go down to the shrine.
Ooh, he's
getting
going
a crab here.
Yeah, he's going for crab risotto. What's that require? It requires any crab, goat butter, Hylian rice, and rock salt. So I'm expecting to see him go towards Cac relatively soon to get the goat butter.
Pancake getting that Ice Wizrobe by Namaka Oz just before Tapir can get there.
Ooh.
That's a good snipe. This might be a reversal of the start of last match.
Yeah. Pretty strong start for them so far.
Something that we haven't really talked much about is the momentum of getting multiple snipes in a row. It can be so demoralizing to get sniped multiple times in a row in a bingo. And then once you get sniped like that in 2 or 3 goals in a row, it's really easy to just kind of get flustered, start tilting
just
a little
lose
bit.
all momentum.
Both Tapir and Pancake may be racing for the same goal again. Tapir's got a significant head start because he got a BLS all the way there.
Okay, Apple just cooked just the crab. I don't think that was intentional.
Oh no.
I'm assuming that was on accident because he looked a little confused for a second there. But he did just set the time to night, so I'm assuming he's going for the Stolfos arm now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tapir may get to King's Study before Pancake.
Hey, where did Tapir land? Are we going for?
He's just outside the library, so yeah, he's going for the King's Diary.
Ah, okay.
He's going to get there just before Pancake.
Oh wait, maybe? Okay, I misunderstood. Pancake cooked that crab because I think it... Oh my gosh. Apple just got rocked by some level 1 Bokas.
Pancake also sniping the... I see.
Did he? No, Tapir got that
No?
one.
Oh, okay.
It was
I was
close,
looking for the
though.
square. I see it.
It was really close, yeah.
So I wonder if Tapir is going to go for Dark Beast this early, or leave that for later. Oh, it looks like they're both warping away.
I think Apple cooked that meal because it was a mighty crab or something? That's like my only guess, because he did mark that one off. I might have missed the type of crab. Okay, it was a mighty crab.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense.
that's a good point.
That was smart.
Oh,
then.
mighty meal. Yeah, didn't even notice that.
Deceptive, getting the crab, confusing all of us.
Yeah, right? Keeping us on our toes.
I do wonder who is going to head for Blue Hinox next, because that one is also a fairly quick one, if you can get the right weapons for it.
Yeah, the Blue Hinox right behind Plateau has a scimitar on him, which is enough, I think, to kill him. It's not the fastest kill, but it's enough durability, so I would imagine we'll see that goal happen fairly quickly here.
Pancake gets his first gold ring Korok before warping away from Castletown.
It's a little surprising to see him warp. I mean, that was actually one of the ones I was thinking, like, he could have just wind bombed straight west and got 4 more in a row. But yeah. I think he might not have enough food, which is probably what he was thinking. Because it would have been a long wind bomb chain to do that.
Can't tell who's starting on towers.
Yeah, right. I was like, he's at the top of the tower and he's just not going for it. But I guess that's Tapir's job.
With Tapir, because
yeah.
Tapir activates. Ooh, Apple lost his shield. That's not what you want to see in a BLS category.
Yeah, it's
trying
kind
to
of
figure
funny.
out what Sloop's up to down here. Has he been talking to Beetle or?
No, he's been doing Wasteland Shrines.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he just completed, I think, his first one. We'll see the next time he goes to a loading screen. It's kind of funny how, before BLSS, it was like, oh, I need a shield to clip. And now it's like, oh, I need a shield to BLSS. I mean, clips are still a thing, but not nearly as prevalent as BLSS.
Yeah, we see this board as a little more balanced and not getting cleared out as fast as last time. Last time we had like 7 goals in the first 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although with a few of those snipes, it could very easily have been lopsided.
Yeah, it was a pretty crucial snipe getting King's Diary, I think. I am a bit surprised that Pancake or Sloop didn't try to contest the Stealthless Arm goal. I mean, that was a goal that any team could have went for right at the start, right? Like, even on Plateau, right? Like, you just sleep once and then go get a Stealthless Arm. But surprisingly, it was like the 5th goal marked.
Pancake gets his second goal ring, I believe.
Yeah, this is the one I had in mind earlier.
The durians, yeah, because you want to get these durians anyway.
Yeah.
One of the best places you can go on the map for food.
There was another one near this area, I think. I'm trying to remember which one I was thinking of. Oh yeah, the one near the Thundra Plateau on the top of the trees.
Yeah, there's actually 2 kind of near Thunder Plateau. There's one super close to the actual kind of wetland area, and then there's one a little farther west along the road, like among the mushrooms.
Oh yeah, and then there's like one north on like the mountain north of Thundra Plateau.
Yeah.
Here's got another tower here, so looks like he's going for the 4 towers at least. We'll see if he keeps going on them or goes to something else.
Right, like by activating 4 towers before Pancake or Sloop have really started on any is kind of like a big power play, because then it kind of leaves them wondering, like, well, should we just give them 10 towers and not even waste their time?
Right.
Yeah, because that's a lot of cutscenes to sit through.
Yeah, like it's a big investment. But then when you're Tapir, he has the option of kind of like, he's like, okay, maybe I scared him off and I can just wait a while to get 10 towers and kind of keep it in my back pocket. Yeah.
Jason pointing out 4 BLSS at the same time. Definitely has changed bingo quite a bit.
Yes, significantly.
Looks like Sloop is taking the opportunity while he's in the desert here to go over to the maze, start on the full barbarian set. Is that what he's doing here?
Maybe.
Seems that way. He's climbing up the
I think
the
you're
walls
right.
on that west side.
It looks
East
like.
side? I don't know.
And that would make sense too, because this would be his last Wasteland Shrine. Right?
Oh, that's true. It counts as a Wasteland Shrine at the same time.
Yeah. So he'll get this shrine and then probably BLSS for the other 2 pieces of armor. Where's Apple headed? Oh, he's buying more beetle again, right?
PancakeTurtle is heading into Kakariko. So
he'll probably
going to go get camera and maybe find Dinral at some point.
Man, that was crazy how long Impa's house was unloaded there.
Oh yeah, I missed that square earlier. Material directly from Dinral. Yeah, that would be there's good synergy between those, getting that one and then the compendium pictures.
Yeah. He's kind of like the fact, it's always nice when you're working on 2 goals at once, like progressing towards 2 goals at once, but when you're progressing 3+, it feels amazing. And in a way, he's kind of progressing Champion's Tunic, right? I mean,
I was just looking at that one too. That also put some progress towards this, so he's got a head start on all 4 of those.
Yeah, like he's set in terms of what he is working on for the next 20 minutes.
Oh.
How does that even happen? That was crazy.
The hitbox isn't the right word, but the collision on Hinoxes is weird. If you stand too close to their neck or their head, then as soon as they wake up, you start sliding kind of through and down them.
Mm-hmm.
Standing on the belly or the chest tends to be safe. Oh, and he got a bad autosave there.
Oh yeah.
By the looks of it, all the way back to Dueling Peaks Tower.
So Apple is, I think, going to buy from Beetle one more time to mark off. Buy from Beetle in 3 locations. My guess is he's going to Kaiwan. Wait, is Beetle at Kaiwan? Yeah, he is, right?
Beetle's at every stable, I believe.
Yeah.
I was thinking of... I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe Cass or something. Cass is at Kaiwan.
Mm.
Right, okay. And Kaiwan Forest is also a great place to stock up on food.
Exactly.
I see Pancake also buying some butter while in Kakariko. Probably also thinking of doing the crab risotto. Was that needed for this, or was that something else?
I think,
no, just crab risotto. Yeah.
Or maybe the what's for dinner side quest? I don't know.
I can't remember actually if what for dinner requires butter or if it's just the snail.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
I know we have butter in Hundo, but I don't know if we use it.
Both need butter?
Okay. Thanks, John.
Mm.
Kind of unfortunate he bought the butter and then instantly died.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising he didn't get an autosave. I thought maybe the game would save after you sell and buy something, but guess not.
I wonder if that's an intentional thing that they don't autosave in case you
in case you want to
sell the wrong
change your
thing.
mind. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, what is Apple doing here? Buying... Huh. I guess not. I don't know.
He might have just accidentally talked to him as he was running away. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Or he was
Well,
just
now I know
curious.
that guy has a pumpkin, so that's some good knowledge to have.
Good info.
Pretty rare item.
Oh man, PancakeTurtle is getting rained on trying to climb. That's so frustrating.
Yeah,
Maybe
this
thought he would have
particular
butter.
hill
Yeah.
is not forgiving when you only have one wheel of stamina.
Yeah, there's that's like one universal frustration every Breath of the Wild player has ever experienced is trying to climb in the rain. Stays frustrating the first time to the most recent time, without a doubt.
Pancake's got his VLS started and he's heading over to Hiteno to continue the camera sequence.
It appears in Rito right now, he could have went and tried to go for Discover 3 Secret Hot Springs, but he has to warp out. Also, Tapir died to that blue Hinox and just decided not to go for it anymore. I'm kind of very surprised no one's gone for kill a blue Hinox. Like that's a pretty quick goal. Like, and it's easily accessible from Plat too.
Yeah, we're 16 minutes in.
I'm going to go for that.
I guess all these players are intimidated by combat.
See Pancake also buying the Hylian rice here, so getting prepared for some crab risotto. Wonder if he's gonna head straight to Laurelin after he gets the camera here.
Yeah.
Would be able to knock both of those out pretty quickly.
Yeah, if he's got those ingredients, I would not want to be sniped with those in my hand. Where's Tapir headed? Oh, he's going to Laurelin. Does Tapir have the snail? Oh, well, you can get the snail here in Laurelin if you know where it is.
Yeah.
He did buy butter from the
and he's got the butter, yeah. So he's going to snipe this.
Will there be a time for a few words?
Oh, always.
Okay, great. I just wanted to say thank you very much for the run. It's been a pleasant watch. It's the end of my hosting shift, but I will be leaving you in the very capable hands of Zed, who has something to talk to you about.
That is true. Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Zed, gonna be your host for the next couple of hours. And I want to remind you that we here at Bingothon, we raise funds, and this event we raise for Doctors Without Borders. So that's a great organization. You know, they do great humanitarian assistance, people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. I think it's a great organization to support. So type !donate in chat if you want to send a few bucks over there. Every single dollar counts. And if you, well, you can also choose where your bucks go in regards to some bid wars that are upcoming. We have a few games over the next couple of hours coming up, and that is all right. Let's check that out. We have a Minecraft Scout and Root Triple Bingo run. Is coming up. No, that has already been coming up. Excuse me. We have a Nier Automata run coming up. That does not have a bid war. I'm very good prepared for this shift. Did you know that you can win a Bingothon mug?
It's a nice mug. It holds liquids very well.
Absolutely. Which Animal Crossing? There, I found a bit one that hasn't happened yet. Oh my god, I'm very good prepared. You see, hosting is serious business. Animal Crossing City Folk Fish Bingo Run. We have a bid war for the character name choice and the town name choice, and also incentives for no nunchuck controller and a villager bingo bonus. So you might wanna chip your funds over there. If you do a donation, you can win a Bingothon mug. It's a great mug. I'm having my cup of tea for the morning in here as well. So please feel generous. Also, if you want to just donate $5, we are at a very, very magical number, and I would love to see that number on screen. But don't feel afraid to destroy that number once it has been up there for a few minutes. All right, with that, I'm leaving it back to you folks. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Get those donations in for the file name and town name. Get your favorite meme names in.
I was just taking a look at Sloop going for Shrouded Shrine shrine quest. I'm wondering if he's going to warp back to the previous maze and use the height from it to BLSS all the way to the other one, because you have a good bit of height there to make it all the way across.
That does give you a straight line to the Akala labyrinth. That's true.
The Shrouded Hinox blue. Oh, is it?
That's a great question. It is, according to Jason.
It is, yeah.
This is a 2-for-1 goal, but does he have? He's at half a heart.
At half a
and
heart,
I don't know what his. I don't know what weapons he has. I don't know what weapons are on the Hinox.
He's looking around with stasis for something.
I think he's just looking for a spot to climb up. Or he's trying to get on his hand and have him lift him up.
Oh, in the dark?
In the dark.
Yeah, this one looks like it did not exactly go to plan for Sloop.
I was assuming he would just land on the Hinox and steal the orb, but
he is on the hand.
Tried to do and then missed it because that's very easy to miss in the dark.
In a way, it's almost nice that he's on half a heart because at least this way he can see himself because he's blinking.
That's true.
Oh, be very careful getting up here.
He got up there.
Oh, he's sliding a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy.
All right, what weapons does this
from
have?
the Hinox's neck?
That's a nice broadsword.
That's enough to kill it with some patience.
Let's see what he decides to go for.
You might go into the shrine and get the heart refill and then come back out and fight him.
That would make sense. One thing about this Hinox is, compared with other Hinoxes, it is sleepier. You can run around it. You can even whistle pretty close to it, and it won't wake up.
Wow, I did not know that. Also, this is a snipe. Tapir is also here.
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is a close snipe too.
I hope it does.
Tapir had gotten there.
Go straight for that shrine.
But you don't even have to go in the shrine.
Good.
Yeah, it instantly completes.
Okay. You better mark it.
Sloop has to mark it though.
Oh no, does Sloop think he has to complete the shrine?
Oh no.
Tapir could end up sniping him just on knowledge of the side quest.
Okay, he marked it.
Sloop got to it after activating the shrine.
Okay.
That was close though. Look at that. Then it pops up on Tapir's screen. That was really close.
Checking it there just to be sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Tapir's getting out of there. He's not going to fight the Hinox.
Neither one of them.
Really?
We're never gonna see this blue Hinox get fought.
I feel like this happens way too often. where all the commentators are like, oh yeah, that goal's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen that. And then all the runners seem to just agree to just never do that goal for some reason. It's so weird.
Making fools of us.
Yeah. And I really thought that Sloop was gonna get it because he got the weapons.
See Sloop going to Moglaton here. Surprised he's not making his way over to... Or maybe he is making his way over to the last maze.
Yeah, he only needs one more.
He's got quite a ways to go from this shrine if he does decide to do that.
Tapir is now going for a Hinox? I think he must just not know that that's a blue one at the shrine.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah,
oh, hey, it's the Royal Claymore.
He can make short work of the Hinox.
That was smart too, burning his little leg shield to get a nice spin in.
Yeah.
Okay, it has finally been done.
Whew, that takes some stress away from me, to be honest.
So it does still count, even if you warp away and they don't poof before?
Since this is a for fun match, we'll say yes. In general, though, you should wait for the poof. But, I mean, technically, if he went back and he has the star next to his name, then he's good.
Well, that's just it. If you
warp away before the poof, like, is the poof like the exact frame when the star shows up? I don't actually know.
Yeah, that's when they're officially dead.
If you warp back, the Hinox will still be there at full health.
Gotcha. Well, if Oomfies won this match, we'll put an asterisk next to it.
So we finally got our crab risotto here. Pancake waiting here for a second. There it is.
Oh, it's tough crab risotto, though. No one wants tough crab risotto. You usually want that stuff to be really tender, you know?
Alright.
What's he doing here with the camera? Oh, right, he's got to take some equipment pictures if he's going for Compendium.
There are a few unique ones here. I remember when I was messing with all Compendium picture stuff a while ago, there are some unique weapons and such here that you can get pictures of.
The boat oar comes to mind.
Yeah, and then there's the fisherman's shield. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's a really rare one.
The harpoon.
Yeah. But looks like Pancake's not going for any of those.
No, he's not.
Getting out of here.
He thought better of it, because he did switch to the camera room for a sec. Meanwhile, Apple is taking pictures of all of his equipment. Looks like he got a good bundle there, at least 10.
Oh, Tapir is going for Barbarian set. He's a little late to the party, though. As Sloop is 2/3 of the way there.
I've looked back over at Sloop's screen again. I see him at the exact same place as I was looking last time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sitting away from Bingothon.
I don't know where he went. maybe he died, or he's progressing some other goal.
Pancake's taking pictures. Oh, there's 5 monsters in Compendium as well.
Yeah.
Didn't notice that one.
That's a good place to get pictures, too.
Yeah.
I think there might actually be 5.
And red bocos, and then the moblin is 4.
Is there 2 types of moblins? No, only just the one.
So that should give him...
Oh wait,
he must have
that was
another
his
one
5th.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
So both
No, he just
Apple
needs
and
to...
Pancake have Impa, I believe, so either one of them could take down Dinral.
Yeah.
Before the other. But they have to go north at some point to...
Looks like Sloop is heading towards the final maze now, heading over the Lanayru Mountain right now.
No, I think he's actually
No, he's
going...
in Hebra.
Yeah, he's in Hebra. I think he's going for either Frost Talus or Secret Hot Springs. Maybe both.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
But he doesn't have, like, cold protection.
To get to those hot springs. If this is where I think it is. And in Hebra, it's always hard to tell where it is.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to tell, but I think he's pretty close to the top of, like, the second one, we'll call it. I think he's 1 wind bomb away.
Let's see what Tapir's up to here.
Can I chime in with a quick donation?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Crazy AZ has donated $5 and says $5 for the funny number. And indeed, we have raised $1,337 so far. That's amazing. That's elite. Please don't be discouraged.
Very funny number.
Please don't be discouraged to disturb this funny number. We've seen it, we've enjoyed it, but this number has still potential to grow. Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Crazy. And yeah, you know, there's always more funny numbers. For example, we could get this up to, 1,369. We could get this up to 1,420. The possibilities are endless. I didn't even see I didn't see Sloop get his first secret hot spring, but apparently he must have. Maybe that's what we saw the first time when he left. He maybe got the first secret hot spring and then warped back to Bingothon for the height to get the last 2. So he already marked that one off.
Maybe so, yeah, because I did see the last one. I just noticed him mark the square. So yeah, getting that one out of the way.
He does not want to go for kill a Frost Talus, though. My guess is he doesn't have, like, fire arrows or something. Or maybe a hammer, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure there was a Frost Talus not too far away from one of the hot springs.
Curious about this situation with the Barbarian armor, because we see Tapir is about to grab the second one here, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one?
If Sloop is heading there now.
He needs the Akala one. That's the last one he needs.
Yeah.
Looks like Pancake's going for Champion's Tunic. Which does the... What upgrade... What do you need to upgrade the first level of the Champion's Tunic?
You need 3 Silent Princesses, and that's it.
No dragon parts for that one? Okay.
No dragon parts for that one.
Well,
so it's actually pretty easy.
So he'll probably be finishing this off right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is a snipe, because Apple is just getting his first memory to get the Champion's Tunic.
Oh, yeah.
This is a close match. 7-7?
It really is.
30 minutes in. We might actually see Sapphire Circlet.
It's better than from the ground up, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
If it had come down to that square, oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nobody's been brave enough to take down Ganon.
I'm sure we'll see Tapir go for that relatively soon here.
We've got a race to the final maze here between Tapir and Sloop. I think Sloop may be solidly ahead, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
I would be pretty impressed if Tapir got there before him. I mean, at this point,
it's not far to the last one for Tapir either.
Yeah,
that's true.
And the thing is,
it's closer than you think.
The Akala maze does take a little bit to climb up with your single stamina wheel to get up to the part where the shrine is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if Sloop does speed cap again or messes up the movement to the shrine, it is possible. Shoutouts to this storekeeper that Apple's at. She's great.
Tapir's going to get another close snipe here. He's not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
After the Hinox incident.
I will say the one nice thing about going over this way from the other maze, you get very few world loads because of how close it is to the world border. Not a whole lot to load in out here.
I hadn't noticed that.
Apple just sold us
about
Sapphire.
10 seconds behind.
Is this another case where Sloop has the quest completed because he got to the shrine? Or do you need to finish the shrine for this one?
For which one? Full Barbarian set?
Here's going up the... Oh, sorry, it's not the quest, it's the Barbarian set, of course.
It's the set, yeah.
Yeah. And there it is, Tapir seeing... Oh, he hasn't seen it yet, he's still trying to get up in there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Going after the Great Flame Blade?
That could be useful if he wants to... no, Hot Spring's already done. Oh, could be useful for the Frost Talus. Yeah.
I'm surprised Pancake hasn't tried to get 15 equipment, try to close out that goal faster. He's kind of giving it to Apple, but I guess
we don't.
He may think that they.
Yeah,
he may not know that they have the camera.
He has sniped them on basically all camera.
Don't go in. He may want to get the attack up armor for Ganon.
That's probably what he's doing. This way, he
that would
doesn't
make
have to
sense
click at all. Yeah, this board kind of synergizes better than I thought. I've looked at this board multiple times, and I didn't even make the connection between Full Barbarian set and Defeat Dark Beast Ganon until just now.
Yeah. Yep, he's immediately warping out. Apple's getting Traveler's Bow from Temple of Time?
I think it's his last piece of equipment.
Oh,
yeah. He's going to take a picture of an arrow in this, and he's basically set. I think he just did a picture of chest. And then he missed the arrow. He's getting trolled.
Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. The camera never wants to cooperate.
It's a pain that only bingo runners and all compendium pictures runners know.
Yeah.
The quirkiness of the camera sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Apple checking over what equipment he has now, seeing how many pictures he has left. I would imagine that's going to be a surprise for Pancake.
He's only at 11, actually. I thought he had more.
Pancake
Is this going to be
on that he could do it, but he's going for Gold Ring Crocs. This is going to be his 4th or 5th.
I think 4th.
Let's see.
Yeah, 4.
He's very close to another one if he hasn't got this one near the wetlands yet. Or wait, where are we? Are we... Okay.
Oh, Tapir started this spin attack at half a heart. He's crazy.
Oh, very clean.
He got it.
Man, he got it. That was...
Oh, he's working away again with
he's cheating. He is cheating hard today. My gosh, Tapir. That's a hardcore cheat. The other one, it was at least close. That time, oh man. Put 2 asterisks next to this win if he wins.
Alright, I believe this is going to be the last goal ring for Pancake here.
I've done this goal ring in a bingo multiple times, and I always lag stop because of the tree that you launch from.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I failed it like twice, and then I just decided to shield surf like the casual intended way.
This Korok's a nice one if you're pretty good at fast mid-airs, because you can just hop out of the tree and ignore it and just mid-air over.
Yeah, and that's like nice, especially if you get like a low angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these longer goals are starting to become relevant here. Death Mountain's Secret, is that the
that's the
drill
shaft,
shaft, or is that okay?
Yeah,
that one's actually pretty easy. As far as
easy,
like
but hard to get up there when you're on a bingo file with 3 hearts. You gotta find some way to beat the heat, which there are multiple ways, but gotta route that in somehow.
Wondering. Not sure where Tapir's going. I thought he might be heading towards Ganon, but looks like he's going a little bit to the side of Castle.
I think he's going for towers. It looks like he's going for a woodland tower. Or actually,
towers, yeah.
he might be going to Eldon. I'm not sure.
He could be going to Eldon. Although if I was him, I'd make a stop along the way since he's already started towers. And he's about at the height of that tower right now anyway. Yeah. Looks like he's not steering towards it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going for Eldon.
Pierce still has a pretty nice lead on towers, though, being the one who marked the 4 towers off, so he could choose to get the other 6 at any time if they see that they need it.
Yeah. They are kind of at a deficit, though. And it looks like Sloop is heading towards Castle to start Dark Beast.
Sloop or Pancake, because they're kind of both here.
Oh no, Tapir just died after doing a long BLSS. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, Sloop is also...
Sloop's going to be going for Dark Beast.
Oh, he got unloaded. Nice. He got unloaded gate. That's
well
clutch,
done.
Especially with the Guardian shooting at you.
Yeah, so we're going to see a bit of any percent here from Sloop.
Wait, what is Pancake doing?
Oh, he's getting more pictures of equipment. That's what I think he's doing. He's just swap back the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, the Great Flame Blade not loading in.
Oh, okay. Man, that was... Taking a picture of that, like, as it's firing at you is a little sketchy.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to Apple there.
Jeez.
Just whizzes past his head.
Yeah, he is...
Good block with the pot lid.
Playing it close to the chest.
Too close.
Furries on the Moblin. This is going off any percent now.
Yeah. Definitely off script. Oh, man, that was scary.
All right, well done.
Just trying to stop his wind bomb a little bit early there. Succeeded. Dude, we got the Royal Guards Claymore in here. I think he's going to be taking a picture of that one.
Oh, he unmarked it because he died, I think?
Unmarked kill a frost. Oh, because he died. He went to before the frost talus.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, this makes up for him cheating.
Anyway.
Yeah, this makes up for him cheating.
That's true. The bad auto save.
If he cheats again, we'll
allow it.
We allowed it the first time, but now we'll definitely allow it because he has to do it again. So.
Gonna be extra safe here. There we go.
Good job. Oh, this time he's gonna wait for it. He is.
Oh, grabbing
he's collecting
these.
Oh, the sapphire.
Probably sapphires for the sapphire circlet.
Well,
that might end up working well for him that he came back to this talus.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think frost taluses have a higher chance of dropping sapphires. Is that something I just made up?
Sapphire. Nope. Yeah. Sapphire is the only gem they don't drop topaz or.
Oh. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a slightly higher chance. That's interesting. Wow, this board synergy is insane.
Definitely intended.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I say that somewhat jokingly, but it's also not entirely false because for this whole tournament, we had Zeda, Nick, Sean, and chat curate a lot of the seeds for us, and he ranked them by synergy and snipe potential as well.
There may be some influence there.
Yeah, because we wanted to make sure there weren't any goals that would cause issues, such as Master Sword. Because some people don't have DLC, and having people uninstall it is kind of a pain.
That's a good call.
And so, because if you have Master Sword and DLC installed, there's an extra cutscene that's like 40 seconds long, and we didn't want that to have an effect in terms of the competitive integrity. So, the seeds are still randomly generated. We just avoid ones with certain goals.
We're getting dinner all part here on Apple's screen. I thought he might be taking.
Nice.
Thought he might be taking pictures of some of the equipment from the stable, but he may already have pictures of those. Still surprised seeing neither of them marking that one off so far.
Yeah,
must be takes a little bit longer than you would imagine.
Yeah, it's one they've both progressed significantly on, though, so you'd think they'd want to lock that up.
This is a good grab by Apple. If he's able to close that out and tie this up.
Have we seen anybody take a pinwheel Korok yet?
I don't think so. There are a good handful here in Castle, if that's something that Pancake would want to go for. Although, I know he passed one earlier already that was close to Lockout.
Oh, Sloop got sniped by a Guardian. I'm not sure where he's going there. Is he going for a certain weapon or arrows this way?
I think he might have been going for arrows, but I'm not sure. What is Pancake doing? Like he looks like he's in armor.
Classic
right now.
80% strats.
Yeah,
there
but like he doesn't have food. And, he's going for equipment. That's smart.
Oh, so he might snipe this.
That's really smart. There's so much equipment in here. Yeah,
there's like there's like 8 different pictures you can take here. So this is like the perfect spot. It's a good call by Pancake. Yeah, getting the Royal Claimer in there too.
It's funny to see 2 runners on the same team doing the same strats in the same area, but for completely different goals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This room is so OP for equipment goals. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna mark that? Oh, he's checking. Oh, and Apple's checking at the same time too.
Oh.
Pancake's got it.
Locked it in.
I think he has exactly 15.
Yeah, that's kind of a harsh snipe.
That is a harsh snipe.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some bomb arrows, which could be good if he goes for pinwheel Koroks.
See, as far as pinwheel Koroks go around Castle, I can think there's at least the one that is near the observatory towards the front of Castle, and then there's also the one near Lockup. I don't know if there's another one here.
There's the one near Lockup. There's one on the other end from the wall in Castletown.
Yeah.
There's the one, right, observatory. Also the one over Lockup. What else am I?
So there's, according to Leplog's co-op map, there's 4. So there's the one by Lockup, the one by the wall, and then there's 2 basically on top of each other, near the front of the castle. There's the one by the Royal Bow, and then I think there's another one across the way from it or something, or
on the other side
of
Castletown, yeah.
Oh, right, I forget.
Oh, there's the one above it and the one on it, that's right.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I was thinking of, like, moving balloons, but they don't have to be moving, that's right.
Sloop entering the boss rush. Jason makes a good point. The one from the observatory, I don't know if that's even possible to do with a normal range bow.
It is. I think I've seen it happen once. It's like insanely
you must have to
hard
just
shot,
aim
though.
into the
Yeah,
sky
you do. It's like the arc it takes is nuts. It's super hard.
Yeah, I think I've tried that one. It's been a while. I feel like you can aim kind of like where the skyline like meets the ocean or the mountains in the background. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of pinwheel Koroks,
it begins.
About to start here.
And this is another good spot for them too, because you can start with this one, and then there's like at least 2 or 3 more if you go directly east from here.
Yeah, there's like the one near the bridge.
Just along the river.
Yeah.
Tapir stocking up on a bit of food and arrows. Maybe he's thinking of pinwheel Koroks. There's not many goals left for them to consider.
Yeah. It's actually huge that Sloop is going for Dark Beast right now, because this might kind of secure the win for them. Like, Pancake has a head start on Pinwheel, Balloon, Koroks. Well, obviously, it's not a huge lead, right? But 1 is better than 0.
Yeah. Appears progressing towards Death Mountain's secret by the looks of it.
Yeah, this looks like, with the way this is going, maybe it could come down to Sapphire Circuit if Tapir... If Tapir does get this one and then is able to activate 10 towers, then it could come down to the last square.
Yeah.
All according to plan.
Yeah, Death Mountain Secret should be fast, so he just needs to rush towers as soon as he can after that.
What's Apple working on? Is he starting to go to Castle right now?
He could be going to Ganon.
Yeah.
That's where he's aimed, yeah.
Wow. It's pretty important that Sloop doesn't die here at all. Because if he does,
that's
that
true.
really...
This is not a guaranteed snipe at all, despite
yeah.
how far
yeah, that's true.
This is one of those few goals that, like, who's ahead is kind of irrelevant because you can die at any moment. But so I think Apple must have just picked up mushrooms. That's probably why he was over there. Because he doesn't have any barbarian armor. That's why I was kind of surprised that Tapir didn't go for Dark Beast, because he has the armor.
Yeah, they may have changed up their thoughts on that mid.
My guess is maybe Apple doesn't know how to do this side quest very fast, and Tapir does.
Could be.
Oh, the quest
getting loaded.
Bad time of day.
Yeah.
For Tapir.
He's asleep. He's taking his post sauna nap.
I'm guessing he doesn't have any wood, so he's got to head back to Goron City. Yeah.
Apple has to throw all of his weapons out.
So if Sloop and Pancake do finish their current goals, Pinwheels and Dark Beast, then that will be game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the towers would have been good to go for, but with how long the cutscenes are, I don't think we're going to see it get down to the last square at this rate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean the only way Apple and Tapir clutch this out is if Sloop dies right now and Apple has an insanely fast castle.
Sloop is out here with 1 heart, so we will see how he fares with that. Hopefully nothing unfortunate.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
I can't believe he
well.
decided to parry on 1 heart.
Okay. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, for real. I mean, he still has a little bit of a lead, right? Like,
He's
assuming he got a good.
Apple needs to cook some attack food here.
But I mean, this is now within like he doesn't even have to die anymore. Maybe I don't know. He still has to get some weapons and stuff. So maybe he can, if he could miss Windblight Skip and still be ahead. But
yeah, but he could only miss
definitely
one
scary.
Skip,
yeah, it's definitely scary.
Definitely not the first time that I've had my own commentator's curse for somebody. Oh man, it's a lot more tense now. Sloop's still ahead, but Apple not too far behind now to take out Dark Beast.
He doesn't need. Oh, he doesn't. I think he has some food. You think he didn't eat because he has any food? He's gotta have some, right? There's no way he's completely out. I mean, it could be, but I'd be surprised. Oh my gosh, I think he. Okay, no, he got it. I thought for a second he missed Windblight Skip.
See some scrolling around on the map from Tapir here, trying to figure out what to do next. I wonder if he may be heading into Gerudo now.
Yeah, he was marming some ore there.
To go for Sapphire Circuit because he's already got the lead on towers and he needs both those goals.
Yeah.
I guess he has the lead on both those goals too, since he's got the sapphires and flinch necessary.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gonna get lightninged.
Oh, that's rough.
Had to stop his VLS.
Yeah, that is I think that was a good play, just warping back because he had barely made any progress from getting away from Cryonis.
Yeah, does he have the ability to set time? Actually, no, we know he doesn't from having to go back to Goron City to set time of day. So he's gonna have to get out of this lightning fast. Sloop.
Oh no!
Now we've got a race.
Oh my god! It's like almost perfectly tied up. Oh my gosh! This is crazy. This is like an any % tournament match. Holy crap! This is crazy. I thought they had it in the bag, I'll be honest. Like, they had such a lead. I mean, like, Pancake's going to get 10 Pinwheel Balloon Corax. It's not over by any means, but...
No, but there's now a path to victory.
Yeah, this square was pretty important for both.
It was very grim for Apple and Tapir. That, like, one death from Sloop, like, it's like, okay, yeah, that's not out of the cards, but 2 deaths and giving Apple the lead here in the rush is massive.
Yeah, Apple has as far as I know, Apple is a lot more experienced with any % as well.
Well, this works out estimate-wise. We're definitely going to be filling in our
has a 26-minute any % time. He's a pretty powerful any % runner.
I've said this before. It doesn't matter how good you are at any %. Anyone can die.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's very true.
But
oh my god,
both Sloop and Apple are very skilled at any %.
Yeah.
Oh. Getting that on Pancake screen. As he locks in these 10 Pinwheel Balloon Koroks, I think he only has 1 or 2 to go.
I love this patch that they added to Breath of the Wild where they play random ads in the middle of your BLSS. Apple's got about half a plate lead.
Okay. He was prepared.
Yeah, he's stacked.
He's got those hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Sloop is not far behind.
No, not at all.
Also in first phase of Fire Blight.
There's enough variation in time at Calamity for either of them to get ahead out of that.
Yeah, this is surprisingly close.
He still has the Stalfos.
Sorry, I saw that.
He threw like almost everything out except for that, which is so funny.
Well, Stealthful Arm technically counts as a boomerang, right? You can knock Thunderblight down with it?
Yeah, he might be using that for it here.
No way.
That would be quite a play.
That'd be quite the style points.
More synergies that you didn't even think
Yeah,
of.
right? Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's not good. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, no swag. Stall Azalfo's arm.
Right. Good play, Apple. I believe any boomerang works. Yeah.
Man, this is crazy how close Apple and Sloop are heading right into second phase Thunderblight.
He didn't shoot him. Why did it?
Does he not have arrows?
I don't know.
Oh, and Thunderblight able to get back up. I don't know.
This is a very interesting phase 2, but it looks like he's gonna clutch it out. Not really sure why he didn't headshot him there the first time, but that works out, I guess.
Oh, come on, Sloop. Come on, Sloop. Not sure what weapon to use here.
Could he have used his bow maybe outside the Ganon fight, so he's wanting to save some durability?
Possibly, yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah. Wait, how many ancient arrows does he have?
Looks like he might have grabbed the 6. Yeah, because I did see him go for the second chest before he came up here.
Gotcha.
Makes sense to play the safer 6 ancient arrow route in this scenario.
Alright, let's see whose Ganon is nicer as far as RNG goes.
Holy cow. It's so good that
he used all of those hearts.
Stacked, yeah. Hits the parry. Holy cow, the health bars are actually so close.
They're practically synced in this phase.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, for all we know, that stream delay is, you know, the same,
That's
right?
true.
Like... Holy cow, that sword swipe looked really close to me.
Man, I just feel like I'm watching an 80% tournament.
This is insane. All the while, Tapir is just farming for flint. It's like the most mundane thing you could be doing in comparison. It's hilarious.
Pancake just casually doing these pinwheel corals. Two very different things going on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is.
I looked away and Sloop's already ahead. He's during the stun lock.
Yeah, Sloop pulled ahead just at the start of the second phase.
This is gonna come down to Dark Beast.
Yeah, this is close enough that
a good few seconds lead, but still not close enough to become.
Oh, the claim
runner of attack.
What has he got?
Or has he got the barbarian?
Oh no! Oh no! Can he finish it? Oh no! Oh, if he could have gone for the parry.
That. Yeah, he should have parried that 100%.
Food.
He should have parried that. He had to go for
well,
the parry.
He doesn't
there.
know that he's in a seconds wide race.
Yeah.
He just thinks he's doing doing Ganon.
Okay. All right.
Oh
wow,
man,
that
was. Oh, two
Still
more
close.
boomerang hits would have killed. That's upsetting.
Luke is going to see that square get cleared seconds before he takes his Dark Beast shot.
Oh man, that's intense.
That was
so back and forth.
Yeah, that's crazy. They changed leads like 3 or 4 times just from like Thunderblight to now.
Okay, so what's Tapir up to?
I think he finally has everything he needs for Sapphire Circlet.
Okay.
You got that one flint.
He's talking to the creep.
I know I saw him pick up 2 flint at least at the palace, and I think you need 3, so he must have just been spending all that time looking for 1 flint.
I didn't even get to see how many sapphires he had there. He moved so fast.
Wonder if he's picked up any more towers.
You need 13 flint because you've got to start the quest. You've got to do the quest, and then have 3 flint for the upgrade. That's why he needed so much.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, Sapphire Circuit's really bad. 13 flint.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I don't think I've ever seen a bingo match as intense as this one. This one has been so back and forth.
Yeah.
Pancake's marked his 10 pinwheel balloons, so Oomfies needs all 3 of these squares.
What is Pancake gonna go for? I gotta imagine he's gonna go for 10 towers, right? Like,
Tower, it's gotta be towers over Circlet. If he goes for Circlet, there's a good chance they lose because he's gonna get sniped on that, and then Tapir has a lead on towers.
Yeah,
if he goes for towers, they probably win.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to right now. I feel like he has to go for towers because Tapir already has a 4-tower lead, but he's going to be stuck here for a little while with the Circlet.
So if I saw the numbers right, Tapir has 10 flint and 1 sapphire, so he doesn't have enough to get. He has enough to get the Circlet, but not enough to upgrade it yet.
Oh, maybe. I thought I saw him pick up more sapphires, but
maybe he has 2. And it was kind of hard to see the number. He definitely only has 10 flint, so he needs 2 more.
Pancake, are you headed for Lake Tower? Please say yes.
Wow, GG's to
there
Apple.
It is. GG's Apple.
Good fight.
Man, if Oomfies clutch this out, Sloop is going to be so annoyed that he died on Dark Beast or on the Blights twice.
Yeah, that one's going to hit close to home.
Yeah.
Pancake, just type in the chat while BLSing. How the heck can you do that?
No. Oh wait, no, it was. Yeah, wait, how did he do that?
How is your controller so that you can type?
Maybe he was just kind of coasting, holding. Yeah, you can kind of coast, right? If you hold B and then like hold the joystick like up against like your shirt or something. You know what I mean? I've done it. I've definitely have done one-handed BLSSs for a second.
Pancake BLSSing with his toes right now.
Pancake says I'm yelling at Sloop for dying now. It's still doable though, right? Because I mean, like Pancake could totally get 10 towers before Tapir.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with how long it takes to get the Circlet and then upgraded, yeah, Pancake can definitely catch up and get and at least tie with where Tapir is.
I mean, Apple doesn't have anything else to work on now, right? I mean, obviously Apple's not going to go for Sapphire Circlet, so he's going to start on towers right away. So he's not, Pancake has a 1-tower lead on him right now.
Right. So this is going to be a race for towers.
Yeah, it's a tower race for the win.
Wow, it comes down to the last square.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I wouldn't have thought 10 towers would be the 25th square out of this board.
Yeah. Tapir just put the Circlet on and then got kicked out of Gerudo.
Oh no.
Oh man, I'm just trying to calm down after all the any percent action just
That
now.
was a lot. That was crazy.
Man. Yeah.
I
gotta wait another 6 months for a show like that.
Yeah.
This year would be a good year to mix it up, I think, if they wanted to do an MSR tournament with as many people as have picked it up over the past month or so.
That would be
cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people picked it up at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tapir only has one Sapphire. The number 1 is kind of grainy when you looked at the pause menu, but it looked like it was only 1. And I think he's going to a Boko camp that has a Sapphire.
See, Crazy is not a fan of MSR. I guess the ending is pretty anticlimactic, having to get the 13 hearts, because then you would be able to pretty easily tell who was going to win.
Yeah, you would know like 2 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now,
90%
MSR
has a
plus
similar...
Ganon.
Oh, wait, he's going here. Yeah, I think Tapir's
Oh.
about to find out he doesn't have this stuff needed.
Oh, did you see that? Sloop with the SJC wind bomb?
Oh, I missed it.
I missed that.
Yeah, he just casually pulled one off to wind bomb off the sand.
The swaggest of wind bombs.
The Apple is also going for towers here. I guess that makes sense since Tapir is kind of locked into doing circlet stuff right now.
Yeah, there's nothing else he can do.
That's what I meant by race before. It's Pancake versus Apple for towers.
Yeah.
Tapir slowly realizing he doesn't have the stuff he needs to actually upgrade.
Was it the Sapphire?
It's both. He needs 3 flint and 1 sapphire.
Oh, he didn't have the 3 flint either.
No. I mean, maybe he just wanted the warp. Maybe he knew, and he just wanted to get the shrine and unlock it so he can warp back once he gets his stuff. Because I don't think he ever went to CAC, so this probably was the fastest ferry for him to go to.
Right, he needed the warp anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe he was just double checking
what he needs.
No.
Yeah.
Interested to see where he's going to get flint here. I know that, I guess not. I was wondering if he may go for the Talus that's on plateau, because he may have the weapons to deal with that. But for 3 flint,
one of the few items in the game that's almost entirely RNG. There's a few chests with a single flint throughout the map, but they're hardly worth going for.
Looks like he's going to be going for... Actually, no. I thought maybe he'd go for the ore. Wait,
so he's
needs another sapphire?
Yeah, he needs 1 more sapphire and 3 flint. So that's his guaranteed sapphire. Now he just needs 3 flint. So I mean,
I see. I thought he had the sapphire already, but yeah, I was thinking he would go for the ore here near Boshkala.
Okay, he's
Gets
got 1.
Let's see.
It's 2.
It's 2.
Only 1 more.
There is 1 guaranteed spawn on plateau, but I don't know if he knows about that one. Maybe.
I'm imagining he does. He's warping to tower, so I'm imagining he's either gonna get the guaranteed 1 on the ground outside of Shrine of Resurrection, or he might just kill the Talus. Both would work. Appears cheating. Gets 2 flint in a row.
Though you're still not even guaranteed a flint from that.
Yeah,
I mean your odds are pretty good, right? I mean,
they do like to drop amber,
and yeah, they'll sometimes just drop like all amber into ruby.
Looks like that wind bomb is headed towards the guaranteed flint, though. I think he knows.
A little bit further down. Oh wait, no. What is he? Baked apple.
Maybe he doesn't know where it is exactly.
He's close.
Right below, yeah, it's right below him. I think he's looking at a map or something.
Yeah, there it is. Underneath here.
Where's the
He'll get there eventually.
Oh,
no, maybe not.
No, you're so close.
He has to zoom in.
Right under you.
There we go. A little further. Turn the camera. There it is. Yeah, I can see that being pretty tricky if you haven't grabbed that flint before.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing there's a little overhang there. Wait, what is 20% that Lit's talking about?
I think she's talking about
flint
the drop
from the ore.
percent from the regular ore.
Yeah,
she
that's
had some
pretty bad.
RNG in one of these matches.
I guess that's another thing we could potentially add to our list of things to duplicate for Hundo now.
Flint?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need that many, so...
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been short on flint, just because the Taluses we're doing are pretty convenient. But yeah, who knows? This new glitch opens many possibilities.
I haven't been
doesn't
keeping
know
track
about
of towers.
Quest?
I'm assuming that Pancake is in the lead. Is SrTapir delaying with Markov?
Did he not just upgrade it?
I'm assuming he did. He warped out. He was there. But he hasn't marked it yet.
He was back in Gerudo. I don't know. He had the circlet already.
He was at the Great Fairy Fountain. I think he might be delaying. Yeah, he is. That's kind of interesting.
I see.
What advantage does that gain you at this point, though?
Not really anything.
Because there's two players on a team and there's 2 goals left, so at this point.
He doesn't know that Pancake is going for towers. For all he knows, Pancake could be going for circlet. And so by delaying it, he thinks he's maybe wasting more of Pancake's time.
Right, but Pancake will have a teammate who's already ahead on towers by this point.
Yeah. But Apple and Sloop, he knows Apple finished Dark Beast before Sloop did, right? Technically, right? So, and right after Apple finished that, he started working on towers. So he's more worried about, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
there they go. Now they've marked it off.
Okay.
Interesting. We'll have to ask them if that's.
Yeah.
Could just be as simple as it slipped his mind.
Yeah.
Could be.
No super sneaky ideas or anything. Just didn't think about it for 15 seconds.
It is a bit.
3 towers on the screen now, with 1 goal left.
That delayed marking could easily be attributed
4
to
towers on the screen.
sleep deprivation.
Yeah,
this is kind of silly at this point because we have no idea who had what the tower count is for anybody now. So it's just kind of a waiting game.
Well, we know Tapir's at 5, right?
Yeah, this should be his 5th one.
Apple and Spear at the same tower.
Yeah, I would not have predicted 10 towers as the last goal, especially with 4 towers already being on the board. I definitely thought it would be Sapphire Circlet.
Same. Oh, that's a rough BLSS to miss.
I tried glancing at Pancake's map to see how many towers he might have, and it's just the one corner in here where I can't get any information from that.
Yeah, the only way to see it is to see if they end up warping to get a better tower or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Pancake's hard saving. Oh,
wanting the hearts.
Yeah, he doesn't have any food, I guess.
And no cold protection.
Man, if Tapir clutches this out, this would be an insane comeback. What was
his 6th one?
Yeah, what was the score at one point? Wasn't it 12-9 or something?
Maybe so. I can't remember if it was that low. I think it may have been 12-10.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think both teams routed this quite well. It just happened that the towers got left to the end by both teams.
I mean, doing 10 towers is not the funnest of goals. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of cutscenes. It's funny how many failed BLSSs that we've seen where they walk off the tower. The lip just fails you.
Love the look of the unloaded tower here on Apple's screen.
It's crazy.
And it looks like the textures are inverted, like you're seeing the wrong side of the inside of the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, and still no... Okay, there it goes. That took forever to load in.
Yeah, this is Woodland Tower, right? There's a lot kind of going on with the bog and stuff, but that was crazy.
Hey, I can tell you Pancake has at least 3. Well, I saw him get Lake Tower earlier too, so at least 4. But besides that, I have no clue.
He actually is losing a lot of time. He's losing 30 seconds after every tower almost.
Yeah.
Having to heal because he's up so high.
Yeah.
I think this is Tapir's 7th tower. Yeah, this is just a wild race for towers. I don't even know who to look at this point. I'm wondering what Sloop is up to here.
I think Sloop's in that unfortunate I can't really do anything state. There's like, there's no point in going for towers because Pancake's got, a huge lead on him and they're on the same team, so he's kind of just waiting.
Kind of chilling.
Yeah. They can both work towards the same goal, but they can't share progress.
Player 5, thank you for the huge raid.
Welcome in, Raiders. We're seeing a intense final goal match between Tapir and Apple versus Pancake and Sloop. This is a for fun match.
Yeah, we had the grand finals earlier, so this is the fun after rematch. But this one has been pretty tense. A lot of going back and forth and coming down to the last goal.
Yeah, bit of fun Dark Beast Ganon race.
Yeah.
Whilst we're going through these towers, then it would probably be a good idea to do a little bit of plugging, if that's all right.
Yes.
In which case, did you know that Bingothon Summer 2022 is being streamed on both the Speedruns Live channel as well as our own Twitch channel? If you're enjoying this marathon, then do know there's even more content on the Bingothon Twitch channel, including, for example, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, weekly bingo matches, interesting. Bingothon is sponsored as well by Team 17, who recently announced the release date of August 9th for the Visceral Soulsborne Themisia, which should be very exciting. Alright, we're probably in the last few minutes, so please take us home.
Yeah, it's gotta be, Tapir's gotta be insanely close, right?
Yeah, I think he may need 2 more.
Problem here. His bow is on fire, and as soon as it breaks, his BLS will break. So he's got to get to that tower before the bow burns up. Which, of course, he does.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think this is Tapir's 8th tower. I'm not sure. We have no clue what number Pancake is at, but these are the two that are more or less fighting it out right now to see who wins. I'm gonna take another look at Pancake's map here. I know he has at least 4, so he has at least 5 now. I want to try to take a look at his map and see if he maybe got Dueling Peaks Tower or Farron. I don't think I would be able to see it that far south though.
I don't think he's gotten Farron.
Got Central, Hebra. I think I saw Tabantha or Ridgeland. I'm not sure. No, he's got this. He does also have I already said Central. Okay, so we may be heading over to Akala next.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire. I hope somebody gets 10 within the next 2 minutes though, because then we're right on estimate.
It's gonna be close.
Waiting for Hebra Tower by the looks of it. Oh, good thing he had that ferry.
Yeah, these ferries
get there.
Ferries have been really nice for Tapir so far. I know he's used at least one earlier.
Yeah. Miwi, to answer your question, no. 2 players can't like split the work of a goal. So 1 player has to get all 10 towers.
Yeah, you'll notice like in the bottom right corner, Sloop is kind of just doing whatever right now since it's down to the last square. He's just got not too much to do right now.
I think Apple and SrTapir are relatively close in their tower counts, which is why Apple's continuing to progress the goal. But Pancake had such a head start over his teammate, there was kind of no point in Sloop going for it, because there was no way he was going to get it before his teammate.
Sloop's
Oh my gosh,
nice
Pancake won it. That was his last one.
Did it.
Wow.
I think Tapir is unlocking his 10th tower.
This might be Tapir's last tower right
Yeah.
here, yeah. That was the closest game.
That was insane.
Very close. Wow.
Yeah.
GG's.
Let me double check. Well, he better have him because Apple just released his PLS.
Is that 10?
There it is.
Yep.
GG.
Yeah, I really want to know, was that Tapir's last tower too? I think he had one more, but I don't know. There's very likely one that I might have missed.
I think we're gonna skip on interviews because we are right at our estimate. I guess we'll say, well, they're joining, so we'll say something real quick. But GG's.
GG's.
That was a very exciting last match.
GG's.
GG.
Tapir, was that your 10th tower that you were unlocking at the very end there?
That was 9.
Oh, that was 9. Wow. An insanely close match. Like,
pissed off, dude.
I blame Sloop for being close.
I literally completed 2 of the goals, but I fucked up.
You got sniped at the Shrouded Shrine quest by seconds, and then sniped again by seconds not long after.
Yeah.
I thought I had to activate the shrine to complete the quest.
I
had already gotten the prompt.
I think Sloop thought that too because he waited until activating the shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then double checked on the pause menu.
But either way, that was basically as close as it gets.
We had a very intense end of an any percent run between Sloop and Apple there. That went so back and forth.
I'm molding at him.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, right?
So much sooner.
Well,
that's fair.
It was the final attempt that was the exciting race because you two actually passed each other during Blights and again at Ganon, I believe.
Yeah, you guys changed leads a lot in the final fight a lot.
Yeah, that was...
That's funny because Sloop kept saying there's no way they're on Dark Beast right now.
All right, well, we are about at our estimate, so I think we'll have to call it there. GG's again. That was an amazing showing from all
GG's,
4 of you.
everybody.
GG's.
Really fun to watch. But with that, we'll pass it back to the hosts, and GG's.
Fantastic work indeed. That was a nail-biter of a final race. Thank you very much for showcasing that, both to the runners and the commentators. It was an entertaining time for all. We've got a quick donation of $25 from, I never know how to read it, SOZ or SO5Z. I'm sure you'll find out soon. And they say, Bingothon 2022 hype. We remote only fishing hype. That has indeed gone towards completing the Animal Crossing No Nunchuck incentive, which has now been completed. Don't go anywhere, however, as we'll be back in just a second with Nier Automata. Should be exciting, and I'll see you again.
And welcome back, everybody, to Bingothon Summer 2022. I hope you're having a fantastic time. That was quite the race over there. That was so close. How do bingo runners always make it that things get so close?
I was truly,
How did you like the race?
I was a nail-biter to the last second. I was only getting the tail end of this race, but I was glued to my screen. That was so intense and up almost to the goal. And we're off for even more action now, because now Nier Automata, another 2v2 Lockout race is just coming up, and I couldn't be more excited.
Speaking of excited, I am excited that we are raising funds for Doctors Without Borders in this event. Folks, all the viewers, everybody, remember you could donate. Just type !donate in chat, or click on the button below the screen, and then you can select how much money you want to donate for a great cause. Don't be ashamed if you can't afford much. Every single dollar counts, and I mean it. It doesn't matter. We love every single donation evenly. So if you can afford it, we appreciate very much if you help out this cause. And well, we also do have some upcoming goals and bid wars you can set your donation amount towards. You want to tell them something about this?
Of course, the Nier Automata doesn't have any bid wars, but the run that's right after that, which is Animal Crossing City Folk, has a couple of goals. The town name is still up for grabs, so there are no donations so far. If you want to give the town your name, you can just do one donation and grab the title. Same goes for the character name. Any name with 8 letters is up for grabs. And there's also a big goal, which is the village randomizer. The village randomizer will be unlocked if we get $150. Has to be unlocked during the Automata run, so if you want to see that, please just give us a mention in your donation and we will put your money on that. Like I said, if you can't donate, please share this marathon on as many platforms as you can. Every little bit of help is appreciated. And you can also win wonderful prizes when you donate. And maybe you want to tell about one of the great prizes they can find.
All right, I can sure do that. We have the wonderful peeps of Team 17 have provided a bunch of prizes to us. You can win one of the game packs. We have a couch co-op game pack, we have a Metroidvania game pack, a roguelike game pack, a speedrun starter pack, a strategy pack, and a Team 17 grand prize. So, getting eligible for one of the packs, you must donate an accumulated amount of $25. That means you can donate $5 now, $5 later, and then $15 at the end of the event, and that's fine because that's accumulated towards $25. So that will make you eligible for the prize. For the grand prize, you will need to put together an accumulated amount of $50. And of course, the very best prize is, as always, as it is tradition with the Bingothon, you can win one of 2 possible Bingothon mug designs. We have the wonderful neutral Bingothon mug, which has the Bingothon logo on it, and we also have the wonderful Bingothon Summer theme mug with the Bingothon Summer theme logo on it. These are fantastic mugs. I own 2 of them myself. I love them to death. I would put my life before them. Probably not, but almost as much. And I can totally understand if you just want to donate the money to get the mug. That is rightfully done.
I'm definitely gonna go for those mugs. I don't have one yet, and didn't have luck yet, but I keep trying, and everything goes to a good cause, so it's always beneficial. Right. We're gonna leave you with a little more music now until the run is set up, and everybody get ready for Nier Automata.